Hi, Sure Star Goddess, I'm back. So, we're going to be talking about synchronicity today. So many people experience synchronicity every day and are amazed. Things start lining up. I think synchronicity is definitely increasing. Um, Definitely increasing because it's like several times a day now, and it's too freaky, right? You'll be thinking a word, and the word as you're thinking it will be said aloud, like on the TV or on a video or on a phone call, or somebody else will say it at the same time. You'll be thinking about something, and all of a sudden, someone will text you something that has the same, thing you were thinking about, or someone will post something at the same time as you're thinking about it. And so a lot of the synchronicities that are lining up right now is because I think we're merging into the higher dimensions, and a lot of synchronicities are taking place as well to let us know that the frequencies and the energies are increasing, and all things are becoming known and revealing themselves, and you're understanding, how this all, sort of works. You're being able to pick up on frequencies that you haven't been able to pick up on before, or more people are connected mentally through these synchronicities. We're starting to see how we're all connected in a way. And I think it's kind of cool because every time I experience the synchronicities, it's usually with people that I kind of follow, listen to, talk to a lot. Kids, just people that are really, on your same vibration. And so I think if you're experiencing synchronicities with people, kind of pay attention to what it is that surrounding these synchronicities. It could be a word, it could be, a photo, a picture, a name, something. So pay attention to those things and maybe look them up. And it'll be probably something to learn, or something that you probably were thinking about or searching for as far as knowledge. hmm We just started. So I was talking to my daughter about something, and as soon as I opened my phone, like not even 2 minutes after I opened my phone, someone that I know actually posted the very thing that that we were talking about. And it was just the weirdest thing because, you know, it was not something like just normal everyday thing. So that's how I knew. And it was crazy because it's like you're thinking on the same frequency. The synchronicity for me is about divine, feminine, higher self. Yeah. Is it? Um, you agree with some of these synchronicities also experiencing what I think this channel. Um, wow. So remember, if you're smart, you're going to do your own research. You're going to lean towards learning certain things about these synchronicities on your own. You're going to start to make sure that you're kind of paying attention, maybe taking notes and going to research later if you can't do it at that exact moment, because there may be some information there for you. People are saying plasma. Yeah, the plasma. I've been saying that for so many years. Yeah. Numerology, that just happened to me on IG. I know, right? It keeps happening. And also, like, when you think about something or somebody, or they come in the room, or they call, or they text, or they send you a message, and it's like the same moment, not like at 2 minutes, but not at 3 minutes, but like at the same moment. It's crazy, right? I think most people are experiencing this right now, right? Thank you, Breeze. She said, I tell your daughter thank you. Not deja vu, just synchronicity. Like people saying the same thing at the same time as you're saying it, like on the TV. You'll be walking around thinking a word and they'll say it at the same time on a commercial or something like that. Or you'll think about something and someone will post it right as you're thinking it. Or someone will tell you something that you were just thinking about 1 second ago. So it's kind of like that. Synchronicity is just something that's like no such thing as coincidence, but it seems like a coincidence, but it keeps happening so many times that you know it's not a coincidence. And a lot of people will, start to take those synchronicities as signs to something. But don't make dumb, foolish decisions based on synchronicities because they're happening to everyone. A lot of people like to run with it and say, oh, this is meant to be, or this, I'm supposed to do this, or I'm supposed to make this decision. No, it just means pay attention to what's happening in the word or whatever synced together. Pay attention to that and note how many other people are experiencing the same thing. Thank you, Moon Baby. Literally listened to Human Nature last night and you posted it to your IG. I rarely listen to Michael. Info I need has also been coming through super fast. Yeah, I know. I think you commented that on the IG post, right? I think I read that. So I've experienced some telekinesis, really interesting. I said, open your eye, your third eye. So I think we're on the rewind or someone was saying that 2021 was going to be a repeat of 2020, but I think it's going to be in reverse. Because it's the one, you know what I'm saying? Like if you do the code 0101, like on the computer code, 2020, then 1, and I think it goes backwards like this, like the mirror flip. So the shift and the mirror flip. So we're rewinding. You know how on all the music and the rap music, they have the rewind sound in the back? I think we're rewinding. So, you know how like on the Mayan calendar, everybody thought it was the end of the world in 2012, but then they say, oh, it's really 2021. Well, it rewinds. I think it just keeps rewinding. As far as events or things that are planned or celestial things, who knows? But it's kind of strange because I've noticed the pattern and the plot twist. Remember when I told you guys there was going to be a plot twist in 2020? If you follow me on IG, on Instagram, I said plot twist is coming. And this was it. I told you guys a certain person was put in office to bring down the government and that he was a double agent and that he was going to do it in a way that, was going to allow him to get to the highest office and get to the last minute and then pull his whatever he was going to pull, and which he did. And he did not pull it using, Black Lives Matter. He used it with the racist people. He baited them. Didn't I tell you? A lot of them were actors, yes, but he baited them, got them all excited and riled up, got them over to where he needed them to go, said some code words, and let it go, because that was his job. Like I said a long time ago, that he was going to keep you guys all excited until Joe Biden was get inaugurated. His job was to tear down the government, and that he's a double agent and he really works for us. But now y'all understand now, because the people that raided the Capitol building Well, they probably, they're running around with the Confederate flag and looking like, characters from The Simpsons and stuff like that. So it wasn't how they thought it was going to be, but how they planned it to be, or how Trump planned it to be. Okay. So that was his job, to tear it down. Now that he's done and made America look like the ghetto, right? He's going to go probably start a business and make even more money. Another business to start, make even more money. Okay, I appreciate you keeping things simple and not being spook or deep. You keep things realistic so others can learn and understand what's going on. Well, thank you. I try to do that because I think people need to know what's going on and not have to feel like they don't understand. I like to simplify it. Yeah. Someone said CERN. Could be. Yep. The distractions are very important because usually the synchronicities are a lot, and there needed to be a huge distraction when maybe they fired it. And that was the distraction, So am I in favor of the reset? I don't care. I'm gonna get mine either way. This is like, you have to be neutral. You have to be able to go anyway. I'm good. Like, there is no, like, it's whatever. I'm still going to be all right. And that's how we all should be. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got the book Woke Don't Mean Broke? Yeah, I'm reading it. It's good, ain't it? Oh, I don't know if you start reading it. But yeah, you'll like it. So like, some people really like believe all this was real, but it was definitely orchestrated. And I'm just sad that a lot of people still think certain things are real after all this time, after 2020. If you still believe stuff on the news, something wrong with you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Something's wrong with you. No, I don't think anything. I think we'll see. Do I think that we're in full control over everything, or do you think the universe has the control of how and when something will happen? I think we do. And when we realize that and we accept that power, it comes and it grows, and your confidence grows as well when you start accepting it. Your consciousness grows as well, and it's not given all to you at the same time. It's just your consciousness expands to allow you to know how to use it, as time goes on with your wisdom. So on your level of consciousness is how you will use that power. You really changed my life. We gotta run. Okay, I'll see you later. See the rerun. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. Dr. Phil Valentine always spoke about things being orchestrated, because they are. I mean, here's my thing. I'm very observant, like super observant. I can see stuff that's fake. I can see stuff that's orchestrated. I can see actors from a mile away, baby. I can see it. I've seen actors all up on the news. I see actors everywhere on CNN, everywhere. You can tell they're actors too by the way they speak and how they hold their head and how they use their diction. If you've ever listened to, because my daughter's in acting class, if you ever listen to an acting lesson, if you ever hear people that are, acting or learning how to speak and you hear that all up on the news. Most people that go to the local news and watch them interview people from the regular old neighborhoods, they don't sound like that. You know, they're not dressed like that. They'd have logos on, you know, tattered clothes, stuff that's trendy. Did you see any trends? Did you see any logos, like a bunch of logos and stuff? No, you saw a regular wardrobe. You saw wardrobe. That's what you saw. You didn't see a bunch of street clothes. So, you know, when you watch, understand what you're watching. You're watching a movie. You're watching a movie. And if you're watching a movie, get your popcorn because it ain't real. All I saw was actors. I said, I seen him in a movie somewhere for real. Or a commercial. The dude that was sitting on the desk with his feet crossed, he looked like he was in a movie like an episode of CSI or something like that. Or Criminal Minds. Or I seen him on Criminal Minds. Okay. He was a farmer or something on Criminal Minds. So what I'm saying is, don't believe the hype. Don't believe what you're seeing because it's so silly. It's so stupid. Like, how are you going to be on the news and just happen to look straight at the camera and not look into the camera? Because, you know, if people are on the news, they're like, hey, what up? You know, trying to shout out. No one was trying to shout out. The lady had the onion in her hand trying to make herself cry. You remember that? I mean, it's so silly. I mean, I laugh. It's hilarious. People fake died. So I'm like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. You didn't see no teeth missing. You know, if that was the real deal, you would have seen some teeth missing, some armpit hair. You would have seen something, okay? A rogue eye, a wandering eye. You would have seen something. Okay? I don't believe anything on CNN is real. Just understand that. Nothing on there is real except maybe the local weather forecast if they get one. And that's even created. That's as real as it gets. You said they should be ashamed, but that's their job to orchestrate it. Yeah, so the synchronicities are interesting at this time because it's like, wow, wake up. It's kind of telling you to wake up because something is off, something is different, something is trying to open your eyes to what's going on. You know, someone's going to open your eyes and let you look deeper. Like, why are these things happening? Because if synchronicity keeps happening to like the mundane person, they're eventually going to wonder why. They're going to open a book. They're going to Google something. They're going to start on their little journey into, you know, wisdom. So I think it's cool that a lot of people are actually waking up right now. And I think that's part of it. Yeah, weather machine, definitely. But you know, at the end of the day, it's my entertainment. I don't really get into it. It's like if it's on, if it's a movie and it's on and there's a funny part happening, I'll stop and watch for 2 minutes, but then I'm doing my stuff still, you know. But then you have people that take it seriously and, you know, are literally distraught and heart beating all extra hard and, you know, really thinking stuff is real and it's the end of the world and all this. I'm like, y'all are crazy for believing this. People don't have the sense of, you know, paying close attention to detail like I do. And if you just look very close, you'll see. Just look very close. Super close. Zoom in, baby. We got the zoom. You know how you zoom in on your phone or your iPad? You use that zoom. Take those screenshots and use zoom. And that's how you're going to see. We have the technology to know what's real and what's fake now. But we don't use it. We still just, well, okay, use the technology that you're given to see what's real. Okay. You don't have any excuse. We got everything we need at our fingertips. Right? If you're nosy, naturally you'll see it. If you're an investigator, you'll see it. If you're looking for something, you'll see it. Mm-hmm. It was definitely a movie. I know, right? Mm-hmm. We are not in a fair fight because it's a fake fight. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Love your videos. No, so knowledgeable. What is one great product of yours that helps with clairvoyance and opening of it? I would say start off on phase 1, and then go to phase 2 on my Etsy store, my Elixirs. Phase 3 is what that does, the clairvoyance and things like that. But it's best to go through the stages, because if you skip, you're not going to, you may be able to experience it, but it's not going to be on the level that you could experience. It won't be on the higher level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's building the alchemy in your body. It's going to build the alchemy through each stage. So my link is in the description bar for that, for the Etsy store for my elixirs. But thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, we're not in a fair fight because it's a fake fight. Distractions and energy is what is being done. But anyway, having synchronicity helps you to understand as well what's going on. So pay attention. Love you. How do I get my doctor boyfriend to convert to commitment? He's 40. You got the wrong channel, baby. He's 40. He seems to be an eternal college student. Sound like he don't want to. Convert to commitment. Okay. If I thought a boyfriend, you mean to get married? Mm-hmm. Give him the ultimatum. I don't know. Level up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think level up and give him that ultimatum. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the best I can tell you. So, so yes, now we're going to make sure that we pay close attention to everything now and not react to it. Because like I could care less. Everybody was like, "Oh, did you see what happened at the White House?" Or people didn't even know the White House from the Capitol buildings. How are they supposed to see the obvious? They don't even know what building is being attacked. Anyway, I'm like, I like, oh, okay. You mean the last chapter, chapter 8 of the book, The Last President? You mean that thing? Yeah, okay. That was supposed to happen. Yeah. Oh, that's today? Okay. That's all I said. Oh, well, like people won't even listen. They won't even listen. They're so brainwashed. They won't listen that it's already been written. I mean, it's like, do somebody have to take the eyeball out your head and put it up close to the book that was written over 150 years ago or however long? Come on. Uh-huh. That's right. Here, pay attention. Exactly. How do you people keep making the same comment over and over again? If I'm not reading it, I don't want to read it. Just understand. So you can stop if you've been commenting the same thing 50 times. I'm not going to read that because I'm trying to stay on topic. You said it was staged. It is. Everything is staged. Any major event is staged. It just is. People don't have time to do stuff like that. They got to go to work. They got to worry about how to pay their bills. They got to watch their kids. They ain't got time to do all of that. And people are paid to show up and get other people excited who ain't got no job and come out and do what they got to do. People don't have time to sit there and plan this. They worry about a stimulus check. So that's how you know it's orchestrated. Because if people were that organized, we wouldn't have no government. Period. If people were this organized for real without it being orchestrated, we wouldn't have a government. You're the best. I got myself except on the wrong channel. Okay, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. Let's see. What's the military installation? Ain't nobody storming nothing. Right. If the staging is less a version of how we live out stage lives. Exactly. So, yeah, it's like, what? Young people don't believe any of this. Old people do, because that's what they get their information from, the news. Like, old people don't have, like, older people, like old people don't have social media, or they don't use it like young people use it. So they don't see what's really going on. They just see what they want. They see what CNN or the news wants them to see. Poor things. Yeah, and it's like, the whole thing behind this is like you're definitely seeing people very different now by how they view the world. Did anyone see that man wheeling from 5 miles away talking about he would give them hell? When he got there, legend has it that he's still on his way. Y'all are silly. That was a Tyler Perry play? Yes, it was. Didn't it look like Tyler Perry actors on the extras on them Tyler Perry shows? It sure did. It looked like Tyler Perry extras, didn't it? Those are the type of extras he used. Anybody off the street with no logos, wardrobe. Anyway. There's going to be a greater division between. I know it's already happening. Shoot, for real. It's just like it's because it's our time. It's the younger people's time to take charge, and out with the old, in with the new. I think that's why, because their job is done. Basically, their job is done. And there's nothing else for them to do right now, but they can learn, or they can just, retire or whatnot. But they don't see like we see anymore. They're just pretty much going to believe the news. Unless they're a conspiracy theorist, their eyes are open, yes. But the rest, no. The young people are the future. That's right. And so they have to know. And there's only going to be one party. We don't need a party at all. When you learn how to do certain things, you won't need any of that. But that's going to come later. You won't need certain things when you have the ability to do whatever you need to do. That's right. I did not watch the news like that. It's all messed up. But I think it's a lesson for people to kind of start looking elsewhere for information. It's a lesson to look elsewhere for information, because someone will watch the news and argue, but the news has been updated 10 times since then on social media, and they still waiting 2 hours for what was posted 18,000 times on social media already. So it's like they're way behind. They get the news from us. And that's the beauty about it. They can't lie about it anymore because of the phones. And they can't try to hide and cover up stuff anymore because of the phones. Like people will zoom in on that lady with the onion, or they'll zoom in on this person, being looking like an actor or somebody paid. They can't hide it anymore. So, I mean, the best thing they can do is just target the people that still believe them, because the young people don't. And that's the funny thing about it. And if they really knew what was going on, they already would have expected this. And they would have, understood that that's what Trump's job was to destroy America. Not destroy it, but make it look really bad towards the end of the shift of his presidency. So, I mean, who better to do it? He's an actor himself. He's on reality TV. That should tell you something. He's a reality TV. He's Trump Tower. His name Donald means world ruler. He has a TV show with all actresses and famous people, and the Celebrity Apprentice. But then he had the regular Apprentice, but they became celebrities. He even, just telling you it's fake news, just telling you straight up. And then they block him on Twitter. Then he gets on the POTUS and tries to tweet from there. I'm like, now he's gonna get on Melania's, and then his daughters until he run out. He's gonna be popping up everywhere. Try to tweet. I say when this is done, he's gonna go start his own social media network. He will have enough money. And he'll say, we won't ban you. That'll be his no censorship. That will be his thing. And everybody will go do it because there's no censorship. It'll be like TikTok used to be. Okay. Or it still is. I don't know. Trump Tower is like the Tower card and the tarot, right? Yeah, the tower represents the tearing down of the old and rebuilding of the new. So that's why he was also in there, because he's like Trump Tower. It's cold. I'm putting a little blanket on. So that's why he was in there, to tear it down, and so it could be rebuilt. And I think he says he plans to run again in 4 years against Joe. He probably gonna win too. That's gonna be funny. He's like, I'm back. Thank you, wishing on a star. What is the purpose? The purpose is the shift of power, out with the old, in with the new. You'll see. The purpose is the shift of the power. The power is going to go back to the people, the ones who don't have the power, at least the ones that want it and are awake enough to get it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe maybe Kanye will run with him as vice president, and he'll probably win. Or Kanye will run and have Donald Trump come back as vice president. Is that possible? Or would it have to be the other way around? I don't know. But that would be hilarious. Then you will know it's a movie, right? If that happens, won't you know it's a movie by now? What if the sky and stars are a show and the aliens? That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I believe. We are the reality show to the 4D beings, 4D, 5D beings, whatever. We're their reality show. Yeah, it's true. The villain is usually always the good guy. Sleepy Joe. Jeffree Star gonna be our first lady. He should, though. That would be hilarious. Hmm. Aquarius year. Right. So, I bet the sheepless or the sheeple still won't know. I don't know. Like, I think it's DNA, y'all. I really think it's people's DNA because it's like you can try everything and they just don't want it. It's like, or they don't care enough. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's something, some type of DNA lockdown. Anyway, how will, let me see. So let's go back to the synchronicities that we were talking about, right? The synchronicities, yes. A lot of people have been telling me, oh, when I'm typing a word, you'll say it at the same time I'm typing it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But that's just, probably more often than a lot. But I'm talking about real synchronicities, like crazy synchronicities. Like I really want some ice cream, and then somebody walks in the room and say, hey, you want ice cream? I got an extra one. Or, hey, it's almost like instant manifestation, but you're not conscious of it or not aware that you can do that. So, but it's happening. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we were manifesting and these synchronicities are really strong right now, imagine how fast the manifestation would come. You know what I'm saying? So if synchronicities are happening this quick and a lot, and very often, imagine manifesting. It should be very powerful right now. So I also believe that's why, because some people know some stuff, and they know when stuff is going down. They know when the shifts are happening. They know when the stars are right in the sky, and they know when to do certain things. And so right now we're at a really interesting time where manifesting is going to really start happening super quick. And so I secretly believe that's why Billy Carson is doing his manifestation workshop tomorrow on Saturday, because he knew what time it was, very interesting. And I hope that, whenever I start manifesting, during the workshop, that's what it is, so that everybody's stuff can come when it's supposed to come, because most people don't know this. Most people don't know this. And if you have a bunch of people that are getting all these tips and tricks and exercises and ways of thinking and reprogramming, when they speak and how they speak, you're going to change so many people's lives just by using the energy that's here and changing people's way of thinking, that they're going to start bringing it in for themselves. And so that's why I'm kind of excited for tomorrow, just to see what all this is going to do for everybody. And I bet people are going to have some life-changing near futures, because this energy right now is very strong and I feel it. So I guess I'll see y'all there, whoever signed up. There's still a few tickets left, and the link's in my description bar if y'all want to join. But it's going to be tomorrow from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. I'll probably be in and out because I have one errand to run, but I'm going to be back like towards, after like an hour. I might be there most of the time. So who bringing the snacks to class tomorrow? Oh, y'all better order delivery. Y'all better order some Grub Club or something. You're coming? You gonna be there? Okay. I don't know if y'all saw his video telling you guys that he was going to turn on the cam towards the end of the workshop so that you guys can be featured, and he's going to take a screenshot and feature you, so they can see your photo. So if you want to turn on your cam, it's optional towards the end. It's going to be an opportunity to do that. He also said, of course, there's going to be a few celebrities in the workshop as well, in the chat area, and who knows, they may or may not come up either, but you'll be amongst, some of those people that follow him. This is so true, Shira. I have like 3 spiritual engagements tomorrow. Really? I know, right? I think people know what time it is. That's why they scheduled it right now. And if you want to get in on that energy, manifest, join people that are very powerful and know what's really going on. A lot of the celebrities are going to be there because they know what's going on. And I think people need to look at successful people and kind of, observe to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Observe and see how you can get in on that energy. Right. Hint, hint, look good. Exactly. Don't come over there. I got to put that up there for the people in the back. If you're going to cam up, look good. Okay. Yeah. After a while, they're going to email you the link so you can have it forever. So you can show anybody you want afterwards. But if you buy it afterwards, the price goes up about probably like $70, $60. But if you buy it and you're not able to, go live, then they'll still email it to you and you'll still have it for the cheaper price. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The link is in the description bar below. Right. And yeah. It's also in the video that I did with Billy Carson. And yeah, so you can check it out in the description bar. The little arrow down button. Like some people don't know where the description bar is because they're on a phone. Let me just show y'all. Because YouTube changes so much, people don't know. So I have to show you guys. Okay, so let me see if I can find myself. So I'll show you where the description bar is on the video if you're going to be using a phone. Okay. Here we go. So let me turn it down. So here's the description bar right here. See this little arrow? Press that and all the links pop up. It's right by the name of the video. You just go to the little arrow and hit it. And here is the link right here. First link. So this should be very easy to find, right? You just got yours? Oh my gosh. You're going to be there? I'll see you there. You know what? I've never been part of a thing like this at a time like this with these type of people all focused on the same thing and learning the same thing and getting the same information. So I think it's kind of special for me because I've never been a part of it. Like I'm a hermit. So this will be fun, and hopefully everybody will take something back from it and create the life they want to see. You like that ad? Yes, you get it after they upload it. After you pay, they'll give you the Zoom link. Yes. I think it's emailed to you. You're a hermit too? Yeah. Okay, so you wish it wasn't 6 hours? Well, you don't have to sit there the whole entire time. You can get up and move around or have your, can your phone hook up to Zoom? I don't know. You can do that, but for the most part, you come back and tune in. You don't have to stay straight 6 hours, but you can if you want. I don't think anybody is going to stay there for six whole hours. There are going to be breaks and stuff. I think it's 6 hours because of COVID, you can't do them in person, and usually these are in person. And so he's usually used to talking for that amount of time or longer or shorter, I don't know. And so since it has to be on Zoom, it's just he's going to give you the full, value of going to a real seminar minus the travel and the hotel and the food and stuff like that. But you're still getting the same content, which is good. I mean, you wouldn't want to pay and get like a 2 hour thing when you can get 6 hours and practice and knowledge and stuff that you can always go back and look at later. I used to be 2 days. It used to be 2 days. What? 12 hours. Goodness gracious. That's some commitment right there, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. That's a long time. Yeah, there'll be a question and answer session towards the end, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got your manifestation journal ready? Me too, girl. I have notebooks, pens, 2 cups of whatever I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to have to be some snacks. I have my laptop. I'll be in my bed, chilling. But that's after I get back from the errand that I have to run early. He's going to take a break, y'all. He's going to be talking 6 hours straight. But like sometimes on my videos, I'm on here for almost 5 hours. So, I mean, people can do it. I've never been on here 6 hours. I think I turn that off. It's too bright. I've never been on here 6 hours, but I probably could if I wanted to. Us Pisces are ready to go. Yes, we eat up stuff like this. We're like, am I going to ask the question? If I have one. If I have a question. Yeah. Like somebody that knowledgeable can just sit there and spit fact after fact, or all this scientific jargon and stuff for 6 hours straight. Like they have great memorization skills, because I can barely remember words that I read or the meaning of something. But I mean, once I see it again, I'll remember it. But the memory is amazing, because it's like, how did you memorize all? But I guess after saying it so many times for so many workshops, it kind of just becomes just like speaking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my cat is snoring. She's on the floor snoring. Y'all hear her? Y'all thought it was a ghost or something? It's the cat snoring. I want to see y'all's life turn around after this. Yes. So does Sag. Yeah. Seeking knowledge. That's true. That's my cat on the floor snoring. I don't want to wake her up. That's Velveeta on there snoring. She's in La La Land sleep. She talks in her sleep. She has to be all up under me all the time. She's like a baby. She stopped. Oh, all right. She said, "You didn't know that they snore." Sometimes, like they have like a noise when they sleep. Okay, so sorry, y'all. No, I'm sorry. Shut up. She woke up mad. She's like, "Stop snoring." Okay. Shh. Keep it down. You got the microphone on. All right. You got a new cat? Oh. Now she's licking. Okay. So the reason why I was focusing on the synchronicities is because if these synchronicities keep happening, then imagine if you're thinking of manifestation, imagine if you're focused on what you're manifesting and that synchronicity happens. You know what I'm saying? Imagine like, I think that's how I got my car actually, through a synchronicity, because I wasn't even trying to buy a car that day. I was just driving around with Layla, my daughter, and we ended up looking at car lots and looking at, the dealerships for, I didn't even know what kind of car I wanted. I didn't even know I wanted a car. And so I had always had like my eye on this Porsche Cayenne since a while back. And I'm like, oh, I really like that car, but I don't know. And so we were looking at Range Rovers at first, right? Because Layla wanted me to get that. And I'm like, well, let's just try one more place. And they had the car, the last place that I went, I was looking and they had the type of car exactly how I saw it when I first saw the car that I liked. And it was the same style, the same color, the same everything. And so I was like, maybe let's test drive this. And so it just came like that. It was not planned. And it wasn't even on the agenda, but Layla was like, let's go look at cars. It wasn't even my thing. And she wasn't even supposed to go with me. And, and now I'm driving the car that I liked for like, a while. So I told her, I said, well, you get Range Rover when you grow up, baby. Or maybe, and the guy was saying, oh, well, sometimes Range Rovers are good and sometimes they're bad and you don't want it to always be in the shop, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just not have to worry about that because I have to pick y'all up from school. But yeah, I got the car that I wanted because just some synchronicities that were taking place that were letting me know that I need to get it, like in the dealership, I kept seeing like certain songs would play, like giving me the synchronicities and the signs. I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm going to buy it. That's how I do stuff. Like I know that people do things according to signs or synchronicities, but I always know I'm in the right place at the right time when certain things happen. And that's what I listen to. And it was so strange. Like the salespeople, they were like woke. The people, that's one of the things. The salesperson and the person that did the paperwork, they were totally awake. They were telling me about all the stuff that I talk about, how they, oh, I'm vegan, I don't eat this, and yeah, this and that. So then they were asking, what do I do? What do you do for a living? And I told them about my elixirs and my store on Etsy, and they're like, oh, well, I would love to try that. And da, 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 you know, so everything was just lining up, the perfect line. Everything was lining up. Price was right. People were woke. Michael Jackson played in the dealership. You know, everything just lined up. You said woke sales, right? So you got the same car? Oh, cool. She love it. Yeah. Woke sales. And I'm not really into cars that much because I barely drive. I just drive to run errands, you know. And if I go out of town, that, you know, and it's driving distance, that's about it. So I don't have a lot of people to show it off to or whatever. But I just know I like the car and I want it and I felt like I deserved it. So I had manifested it a while back. So to just manifest it at this time, like during all this energy. So I know it's here. And I know people need to tap into that. Mm-hmm. You was just thinking about me and I'm live. Oh, that is a synchronicity. Who are you thinking about? I'm just kidding. um, that's nice. Thanks for thinking of me. Your life is lining up so fast. See? Imagine if we had all the knowledge and tools that we needed to get it lined up and abundant and put the people in it that we want. Okay? Because, you know, a lot of people, they may have money, but they don't have a person. Or they may have a person, but they ain't got no money. Or they may have skills, but they don't have the opportunities. So this is the way to line it up in synchronicity. When synchronicity is strong, this is when you manifest. So that's why I said Billy Carson holding his workshop tomorrow, because the time is really now, and the energy is very strong for synchronicity. So you know it's going to be strong for manifesting, right? You think something and it happens. Okay, well, think of manifestation. Okay, and then how to multiply that or how to make it come faster. You can manifest people, yes, like a certain type of person. Like if you're looking for a special person in your life, I wouldn't be specific, or I mean, you could be, I guess, but if you are specific and you know that's what you truly want, and this time is very powerful, you never know. You know, if that person is also manifesting something similar, I mean, someone similar, and you fit the description, it could be you, right? So, you know, be what that person, be with that, what that person would be manifesting if that's the type of person you want. Uh-huh. Say, what if somebody's manifesting the same thing? It's y'all gonna have to fight. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all gonna have to fight over it. I don't know. I'm just joking. That was a joke. You put your thoughts down in a journal, and 2 days later, it manifested word for word. See, the time is now. Oh, well, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're shook. Okay. Yes, we're gonna be shook. High frequency fight. Y'all gonna have to see who's the best manifester. I'm gonna manifest. There's enough for everyone. Exactly. So you won't have to fight. Because, like, you know, just get another one. Just manifest another one. Whatever it is. Mm-hmm. What did it say? Okay. Who's talking about what? 1101. What's 1101? Yes. Is it the time? Why do people from your past keep popping up lately? Have you been thinking about the past lately? Have you been thinking about them? Or maybe they've been thinking about you, and so they run into you. Could be that too. Yeah, no more scarcity mindset. Definitely. I think that's part of the workshop to deprogram yourself because it gets hard. Like you live in a world where people are constantly thinking in poverty or scarcity mind, and sometimes it rubs off on you and you don't even realize it because you're not around too many like-minded people. And so I think a lot of people are going to manifest themselves out of, the company of people that are not for their benefit anymore, or have them thinking in a negative way. I think that needs to be manifested definitely, because I feel that most people don't realize that people are going to bring them down or, mess with their mindset just by being around them. So I think that needs to be definitely dealt with. You're so excited. Yay. That's right. Tell them. Spirit of lack is no good. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves, and I have to remind myself, because it's like you gotta remember to stay on that frequency, especially if you're around people that aren't on that frequency. It's kind of hard. That's why you got to get around like-minded people. I was forced to get my new car. I got locked outside. Yeah. I manifested the last car that I had too. Which is funny because I was like, I really want a new car, but I don't know. And so then my old car, it flooded like a couple of years ago really bad, and my car ended up getting flooded, so I had to get a new car anyway. So I got a new car. But that's how it came. Like it may come through a way that you're not expecting, but a week later you're in a new car. Just make sure, like I would manifest, for the safety and of all people and whatnot, but you never know how it's going to come. I see a lot of couples getting into it and breaking up. This seems to be the time. Yeah, it is, because people's thinking are going two opposite directions. You can't stay somewhere where you're just not in the, on the same level anymore. It's too hard, and people won't be happy anyway. You're trying to manifest a new car as well. Okay, do it. It's easy, especially right now. You'll find a way. Okay. No hurt, no harm done. That's right. Growing numbers. So you was telling your mom you wanted a new MacBook, and 10 minutes later, my old one's battery swelled and popped out. See what you done did. I definitely think that's what time it is. I definitely think that what we speak manifests, or what we think and want, not want, but think and, see ourselves having is what's going to happen. I don't think it can happen like, not right now, not instantaneously, because that would be too freaky. But like, the lady said, like in 2 days she got her manifestation, or in the same day, there was a synchronicity. And they may start out small and very believable, because I feel that if it's too intense or too quick or too unbelievable that our mind would reject it. Like they said in the Matrix, like, oh, we made the Matrix so perfect, but people kept waking up because their minds were rejecting it. It was too perfect. So we gave them, some issues and obstacles and things like that to overcome so that they would feel that it was real. So I think right now we're getting into the frequency of being able to manifest, but also having to put in a little bit of the work or waiting a little bit of time, not much, but a little bit, So definitely believe it. Definitely know that it's here and that it's definitely happening. Don't doubt it and just keep manifesting what you want in your life. I had to learn that because it's like you have to pinch yourself sometimes because things are coming so fast. Things are like, okay, I can't believe this. I must do something right. It's kind of like that, but it's happening for a lot of people, because of the way that they're thinking. Yeah, those elixirs probably expire from 6 months to a year. The last 3 weeks have been amazing. I know, right? It's like a whole new world. So how many of you have gotten something amazing by manifesting in the last few weeks? I just want to see the comments on there. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate that, Carrie. She said real fast. Okay. So if you're gonna get these lessons and techniques tomorrow, you'll be able to do it even faster and more efficient, as well as know how to bring in certain things, or get rid of certain things or certain people and move forward. You've gotten more love. You've gotten more of your love videos. Okay. Me. I have. Me. Nothing, only crying. Girl, stop crying. I ain't asked for nothing in a while. Well, you better start. Don't ask. You're not asking. You're manifesting. There's a difference. Like you're commanding, not asking. Like, I'm getting a new car. A new car is coming. A new car. I'll be driving a new car, this time next week. Period. It really has expedited. It sure has. You got your tickets? All right. See you there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. My dream world and this world seem to be coming closer and closer to being one. Exactly, Zen. How you know, Zen? That's what's happening. Like, so whatever my dream world is, I'm ready. Come on, dream world. Are y'all ready for y'all's dream world? What's your dream? Create it. It makes me want to sing the Willy Wonka song. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. That's what that song's about. Okay, so here's what I was manifesting yesterday. Stupid, I know. It's dumb. It's the stupidest thing. And it very well could happen or be possible or have already been done. I said, I want to hear Michael Jackson sing the Willy Wonka song. I said, maybe it's locked up in a vault somewhere that he recorded years ago. Maybe we can do the CGI voiceover on it. Technology. But it's possible, right? Sasha said, that's why they made the new Willy Wonka look like Michael Jackson. I'm like, okay. Trust in the universe for your highest good, right? Money has started coming from everywhere, hundreds of dollars. Okay, Lynn, that's right. It has. I think everybody's seeing a lot of gain. Honestly, I'm finding it hard to manifest these days with the new curfew in my city in the middle of winter. What does that have to do with manifesting? Stay home and do it. You can manifest anywhere. You know? You got your gold elixir today. Thank you, Tiny Charm. I hope you enjoy it. I take 20 drops a day. I do 10 in the morning and 10 in the afternoon. Don't take it close to nighttime because it will give you energy. Or if you're used to like a lot of energy, like if you drink coffee and stuff on a regular basis, it probably won't bother you. But it will increase your intensify your dreams for sure. But enjoy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. I fell asleep for like 5 minutes and I literally had a dream. Like I fell asleep before I recorded this video for like 5 minutes and I literally had a dream just in 5 minutes and it was weird. It was like somebody came in my room and was filming me like just randomly and I didn't know this person and they were obviously some YouTube channel or social media channel and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I woke up and it was like, oh, I need to go do a video. I need to be filming myself. I fell asleep earlier and ended up calling off for work. Well, you need your rest. A Dusty. Just got your ticket? All right. Being genuine. What a good day to remember your dreams. Being dreaming a lot, but don't remember. Tell yourself you're going to remember your dreams every night before you go to sleep, and eventually you will start because you're programming your subconscious mind. Being genuine is necessary. There are people who don't even bother to manifest, but abundance comes to them like crazy. Yeah, because they have a positive way of thinking. Yeah. They live in that mindset. They don't have to consciously do it because that's how they naturally are. You know, and that's how we all used to be before, you know, lack and greed and people wanting to rule over you. Everyone used to think like this. There was no sense of scarcity because everything was abundant and people believed that they could do certain things. But, you know, when things started to change, like thousands of years ago, that mindset set in and had to change. And so now people are naturally negative. And then you have some people that are just naturally positive thinkers and think the right way. And maybe their parents raised them to think a certain way as well. And it's just natural within. So you said the power of now, right? I feel that now. We can't just manifest that, don't we need these elixirs, etc. You can, it's not, okay, this is how y'all have to think. It's not do you need food still? Or can you manifest to not be hungry and live off of, you know, stuff that you breathe in through the air? I mean, you could, but we're not in the right atmosphere or temperature for that right now. So you have to make yourself, you just have to have common sense a little bit when you ask questions. In this reality, in this day and age, in this temperature, in this tilt of the earth, in this orbit of the earth, and, you know, this frequency that we're on, it's not possible to live without certain things right now. But when all those things naturally change, it may be. But just like if you can manifest something, but if you don't have an avenue for it to come to you, then how can you get it? You know? So a lot of these things go together. Like if you manifest something and you're not taking care of your health, how are you supposed to enjoy it? You're supposed to enjoy the thing that you manifest if you don't take care of your health. So all this stuff goes together. Okay. Like you can manifest to be a billionaire, but if you're not taking care of yourself and you die before you can enjoy the money, then what's the point? Okay, so be careful on how you're thinking about all of this. You still need to maintain your physical body, your mental, and your spiritual. Mm-hmm. Yeah, elixirs could be vitamins, supplements, minerals, things that help your neurons in your brains fire faster because it works off of electricity, you know. So, I mean, I'll explain the elixirs. There's minerals in there. There's gold, platinum, there's iridium somewhere. There's just a lot of natural minerals that we don't get anymore because our water comes through a pipe and it's filtered and chemical. Before we used to get our drinking water from streams and lakes with natural sediments and gold and all these different minerals from the earth, right? And so we don't get that anymore. But those minerals and things like that help your body and help your third eye as well as your brain power, because it works off of neurons, and gold and platinum and copper are superconductors. And so you'll think faster, you'll connect more dots. Like, how I can see stuff and connect dots real quick? It's because my brain is firing and keep going. Like if you're not taking elixirs or any like things like that, your brain may go 2 steps while mine goes 20 because I'm taking it. You see, it fires faster and longer. And so I connect more dots and I see more. It's kind of like zooming in, and so that's what the elixirs do. It builds the alchemy and the minerals in your body and your brain, and it allows you to go beyond what you're doing now. Mm-hmm. So, manifest is magic takes a lot of intention. Mm-hmm. You got your tickets, girl. Shasta person. Good for you. I'm gonna see you there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Sure, Goddess. Sure, Star Goddess. Thank you for the gift upon my last elixir order. I really appreciate it. You knew what I needed. Thank you, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. It was probably an accident, or maybe you manifested it. So enjoy. You're welcome. But it works in your favor. You had a dream about the purge. Mm-hmm. This is the purge. We're living in it. Mm-hmm. What? Yes, that's true, but I wonder why I can't be a mink. Some don't need food. That's for answering my question. Girl, you're welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you haven't started, start always on phase 1. It's called Ashera's Golden Elixir Phase 1. It's written on there. Just go in the right order. And the instructions come with it. 1 ounce is the recommended. You take the recommended amount, or you can up it or down it depending on how you feel on it. Complete the bottle before starting the next phase. So some people order like when the other bottle is half empty or half done, and so that other bottle can be there when they're ready. Or a lot of people order a couple of the phases at the same time, so they don't have to worry about it. And if you use the code free ship in all caps, you get the free shipping, because I think each bottle is one shipping fee because it's a liquid. So yeah, just do the free ship code if you're ordering more than one, or just even if you're ordering one, you get the free ship code until, I don't know if it's still available. I thought I'd put it till the end of January, but I'll check. If it's not working, let me know in the Etsy inbox. The elixirs build an alchemy up in your body, and helps your brain work faster, connect dots. It opens your third eye, gives you more energy, helps you leave bad habits behind and adopt new habits that are good for you and beneficial for you. It increases your psychic awareness. It helps you dream more. It gives you more energy, strength, as well as the sense of well-being. It takes you to higher levels of consciousness because the alchemy and the minerals are building up, and your frequency is also building up with all of that flowing, energy and electricity. Your blood is like a river, okay, through your body. It's constantly moving, so it's generating electricity. Your heart is pumping it. Your brains are firing neurons, right? So if you introduce a superconductor into your bloodstream, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to go to the next level, right? So you're going to start to, see things you haven't seen, know things you didn't know, more epiphanies, more aha moments, being able to decode and understand what I'm talking about, without being like, huh? It'll just start connecting automatically. Like, how I see stuff when I decode? It'll start connecting, like things will start connecting to you like that. You'll start to see the dots connect. And so since it works off of the minerals and the superconductor, as a superconductor, it's just in your bloodstream. And like if you stop taking them, and you did all the phases, it becomes part of your DNA at that point because you've taken them for so long and back to back. And, it's had a chance to reprogram your DNA while you were taking, all the phases. And then you come back after you've completed the phases, you don't go back down. You stay up like that. And then you could redo the whole process over again, like in a month or two or a couple of months or whatever, if you want to, and take yourself even higher. So that's what I'm doing this year. I'm restarting the phase 1, and I'm going to go even higher. Right. The Limitless movie, right. Who's willing to send me some elixirs in UK? I'll pay. Oh, that's so nice. Maybe y'all find someone who can help her out, because shipping is terrible right now, to like, especially with liquids. Customs will stop them, and especially if they're coming from like, it's not like if you're used to sending packages to the UK and they know your name and you probably will go through. But some people do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle, so y'all can get in touch with each other. Yeah, 2021 will be so obvious. You want me to connect the dots? No, it's not. Some people are still like asleep. It's sad. It's like, you'd be surprised. It's like, I already started like a week ago on my restarted my level 1, phase 1 of my elixir. So yeah, but if you don't get access to, if you can't get the elixirs, look around and find nano gold. They probably sell it where you are, and some platinum or copper, and you take that and it does something similar, but it doesn't build up, and but you can get some of the energetic effects and the connecting of dots effect with that. And I also sell the nano gold as well on my Etsy store. It's linked below as well. So, right. You say you're scrolling down the feed and nothing but code. Yes, it is, right? That's how you know. They call that dusty people slow. Mm. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so sprinkle, sprinkle to you too. You're on phase 4. How do you like it? I know your dreams have been crazy, right? Yeah, you might want to start over. It's been like 2 months. Yeah. Or you can leave off where pick up where you left off. It's up to you. What do you feel? Let's go by your instinct. I'm manifesting another live. Yeah, well, maybe I think he might have Instagram you can follow. Same name. Okay. I'm getting tired. I've been up all day, all morning. My husband and entire family is so asleep, and he and them in a deep coma. Ugh, nobody to talk to. Girl, I know. James is in that same exact coma, and it's like, okay. But he old, so he believes the news 100%. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have us to talk to. Hey. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm glad you like them, Divine O. Okay, same, and I gotta be well rested for the workshop tomorrow. I know, right? I gotta go. But I promise y'all on my next video, I will take calls, and maybe in this video, if you stay to the end, you can suggest some topics in the permanent comments. And that way I can look over them and see what topic I want to cover next, You said what? It's like the Disney movie Soul, and the people were in a coma at the bottom. That's how it feels like. And they're just like, it's sad. It's like it's almost like you feel sorry for them. It's like, oh my God, you really believe that? I'm like, I can't depend on you to save my life. If something might break out, you're gonna be thinking something is real. Like Bird Box, Y'all remember the movie Bird Box, and people were seeing stuff that other people couldn't see? You're lucky you have woke people in your family. Yes, you are. That must be amazing. We're all on the ship, but few people wake up early. Yeah, hopefully. I had a dream someone was trying to kidnap me, and I ended up killing. I don't know. Look it up. Can you start a new reality in the dream realm with someone specific? Yeah, if you dream about them. Shira, do you know about honeybee? Please shade some light. I don't know. Do you only need a half ounce? Okay, so here's the deal with that. The 1 ounce is how it was supposed to be sold, but people were complaining about the price. So I did half ounces and 1 ounce bottles because a lot of people could not afford the whole 1 ounce bottle at the same time. And so I split it up, and they can order the ½ ounce, and maybe then when they get paid again or whatever, they can order the rest if they chose, or just only do the 1 ounce. And then, maybe redo it all over again, like in another cycle. But it was definitely recommended for 1 ounce. The ½ ounce was for people to be able to afford it who couldn't, because I didn't want people not to be able to have access to it, So I split. That's why if you go on my Etsy store, you'll see a small price and then a higher price. The higher price is for the 1 ounce. The lower price is for the ½ ounce. Some of the bottles only come in 1 ounce, but there's a lot of phases that come in ½ ounces. Light bulb says it's expensive but worth it. It is, because you'll see a huge, like, some people will say they don't see a change, but it's either because you're overindulging in other things, or you're doing a lot. Like, I don't suggest doing these elixirs if you have alcohol problems, unless you're trying to get rid of them, unless you're working on stopping. I don't suggest if you eat a lot of food, like if you overeat, you're going to kind of like, it's kind of like if you overeat and you take a medication, you're going to, slim the effects of the medication. If you are, doing something like drugs or something, that could also interfere. If you're doing a lot of low frequency activities, that can also interfere. So make sure when you start the elixirs, you're doing them in a high frequency. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And most people are who are starting the elixirs. It's just some people are not. There you go. Okay, I'm going to order mine now. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think you'll like phase 1, definitely. Everybody's favorite phases are phase 1 and 2. Now, I'm going to warn y'all about phase 2. Don't get in trouble. Don't get pregnant. Don't get nobody pregnant. Phase 2 will have you want to do some stuff, okay? Because it raises your libido and your energy and your creativity, and it raises your frequency, from your root chakra. So if you're stuck in a creative rut, if you need to have creative ideas, like if you're trying to start a new business or find another stream of income, after you finish phase 1 and you get to phase 2, those ideas are going to start boom, 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 coming in like that. And if you're manifesting at the same time, could you imagine? Bam. I mean, y'all can see when I started taking those elixirs, how my life and my videos totally went into like a quick, level up. Yeah. I see the difference. I go back and look. I'm like, oh my gosh. After I took the elixirs, look at this. After I started, reading this book, look at this. After I started, it all came from that. It gives you the discipline and the clarity as well, I believe. Balanced, yes. Prego warning, yeah. Did you feel that on phase 2 light bulb? Did you feel a little extra that bottle? You looking for dates and stuff? Calling up your ex or whatever? Don't do that. But was you looking for somebody? Y'all are so silly. Yeah, astral projections, dreams. It's going to open your third eye. It's going to increase your frequency. So, yes. Always start on phase 1. You said do some yoga. I don't know if it helps with hormone levels. I'm not a doctor. But it raises your frequency. When you took phase 1, I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to find this. You what? You got pregnant on phase 2, girl. Congratulations. Let's see. When I took phase 1 the first time, I gave up soda pop easier and was trying. Okay, you gave up soda pop easier than trying sure willpower. Okay, yeah, it does give you, it does help you get those bad habits out of the way. I don't know, girl. Probably. It probably is. When I look, oh yeah, I just read that one. Let's see, if you constantly meet up with the same person in a dream realm, does it mean you are actually in contact with that person spiritually? It could be like if you're dreaming about someone, that's your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind knows a lot of things that you don't know. And why are you seeing this person in your dream? What did their name mean? What do they represent to you? You know, are they important in your life right now? Do you need to pay closer attention to them? Do you need to listen to them more? Do you need to understand what role they're playing in your life? Something like that. Yeah. So definitely pay attention to that person if you're dreaming about them. Hi, is she? Thank you, your response. So when I took phase 2, I started a business. I don't remember if I felt the libido thing. I'm very well. Some people won't feel it because it'll manifest through creating something. So if you're not creating anything, you'll definitely feel it. You know, if you're not creating a business or something, that extra energy will be like trying to find a way to release itself, and that's how it will manifest. So definitely, if you're on phase 2, it's to help you create. And if you're not creating something or doing something, you will feel that, you know, extra libido. Okay. So make sure before you start phase 2, have a goal to execute. Thank you. Appreciate it, KK. And if you want, you can read the reviews, because on Etsy, you have to purchase the product in order to review it. So all the reviews are from, you know, you guys or people that have bought it. Like if you have a question, you can click on the product and then click on review, and a lot of people will tell you in the review what they thought of it. You know, that's one of the things like on Etsy you can do. If you have a question and you just want it answered right away, just look at the reviews. On phase 4, you get ideas really easy. Yep. That's how I could come up with stuff so quick. That's how I could come up with ideas on businesses you could do, because I'm taking the elixir. Or, you know, it makes you faster and on your feet, more, you know, able to think and stream the ideas from out of the frequencies, you know. Free shipping is free ship, all caps, free ship. Free. So I hope everyone has a good night's sleep and are at the workshop tomorrow so we can all manifest. Since the synchronicities are so crazy right now, the manifestations should be crazy. And let's get these good tips so we can manifest like no other. And, you know, floss on our haters. Okay, let's. Thank you, light bulb. These are the codes right here. Where did you go, light bulb? You can use these 2 codes and get you a little discount. I try to give y'all some coupons and stuff. See, I try. Thank you. You're welcome. They'll probably send you the link. Check your junk email too, just in case it sent it there by accident if you didn't get your link. Okay. And then I'll also let them know that a few people may not have gotten the link, because I actually text and ask for my link, because I get in free. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, he said he'll send shortly. All right. My link. Bought yours earlier today. Okay. I guess he's gonna send them out shortly. Yeah, free ship might have expired. Just use Ashera 10 and I'll redo the just use Ashera 10. I'll redo the free ship code like tomorrow or something like that. Y'all better like this video too. Thank you. I appreciate that. You bought the ticket Wednesday and it came Thursday. Okay, so you may get it. You may get your email in the morning, right? Your ticket in the morning. Okay. Yeah, check it in the morning. It should be there by morning. Thank you for letting us know that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It doesn't interfere with vitamins. You're good. Okay. You got yours? You got your email already? Okay. So everybody got their stuff? You'll probably get yours in the morning or very soon. So make sure you drink some water. Be ready to, because the water in your body is going to be programmed too. So make sure you're hydrated. I am not going to be helping lead the workshop. I will be in the comments with you guys, so I can kind of like talk to y'all in the comments like y'all are talking to each other. I'll be like, hey, and maybe like if there's something that he said that y'all might not understand and I do, then I might say, well, this is what that means. I can help translate a little bit, but I don't think I'm not going to be on the screen. It's just him. Why y'all want me to be on the screen or something? Y'all want to see me? No, I'm on screen enough on my own YouTube channel. Y'all see me all the time. How many people are attending? A lot. A lot. A lot. There'll be celebrities in there too. So you'll be amongst lots of like-minded people in the comments. So make your name your Cash App. No, make your name like your Instagram account or something like that. Or, put that out there like, ooh, follow me on Instagram. Or, I mean, you don't have to, but if you see if someone asks you, it's like Cash App is my name. Like they want to know more. They got to send some money, right? Because you can put a little message in the Cash App. Speaking of Cash App, let me see if anyone sent me anything, and then I'll say thank you if you did. Because sometimes I forget to look and I don't want to be mean. Okay, not yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sin Designs. May 2021 bring us all that raw DO activated energy. I get it. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, Arthur Adrian. Will the chat stay on the Zoom link? I have my ticket, but I can't attend live since I have a previous engagement. Thank you. Yes, yes, and I think They'll also email you the permanent link that goes to Forbidden Knowledge TV, that you'll be able to access the workshop forever, and also send the link and share it with other people. So when you when you get your email, they'll let you know when the permanent one will be up in the Forbidden Knowledge, but you may still have access to it if it's on Zoom. But I'm not 100% sure if you're going to be able to see it that same day. I didn't ask him that, but anyone who's been to one of the workshops before or something similar, could y'all let us know how it works in the comments about, like, if you can still view a Zoom meeting later. You might, who knows? But I'll ask them tomorrow. If you buy it, you'll be able to see it, definitely, but maybe not right, the same day, unless you pop on before it's over. Right. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night and see y'all tomorrow.